Hi, I'm Very Colo, and I need a good grade in my history class, so I'm putting my video making, talents to use. Let's talk about the Counter-Reformation. Rewind to about 1517 AD, and the church is broke. You see, the church had been trying to build the new shiny St. Peter Cathedral, look at those spikes, as well as funding some of the elders' lavish lifestyles. So, Pope Leo X came up with the idea of indulgences. He explained them as being granted by the church through the authority of the Pope, which draws from the treasury of merits, which includes the merits of Christ and the saints. But this roughly translates to buy your way out of hell. So, the Pope approved this and proceeded to send his angry marketing gremlin, Johann Tetzel, to different towns where he would make a sermon/street show advertising them. These were a massive success, and ended up being one of the most lucrative money-making plans the church has ever thought of. Now, let's look over at a monk in Wittenberg. His name is Martin Luther. He's living his life in the church. Then, he had heard about indulgences through his parishioners, and was a little ticked. Finally fed up with the church's shenanigans, he had stormed to his room with his silly haircut, and got to writing his 95 frick yous to the church. He nailed his 95 theses to the door of the Wittenberg church, and word spread fast. The church eventually caught wind of this random schmuck in Wittenberg, who thinks he can undermine the church's authority. They promptly summon him to the Diet of Worms to face their council of elders. So, to the charge of heresy, you are pleading nuh-uh.
Nuh-uh.
Okay. So, your books have been considered troublesome to the Catholic Church and have disrupted our influence and turned away loyal Christians. If you do not recant, you will be considered a heretic and promptly excommunicated from the Catholic Church.
I do not recant.
Martin Luther was officially a heretic in the eyes of the Catholic Church. After the meeting, one of his old friends, Frederick III of Saxony, snatched him into safety. During the rest of this time, he would proceed to translate the entirety of the New Testament into German.
Man, I sure hope that punishing him and declaring him an outlaw won't end up spreading Lutheranism and giving him a voice that he wouldn't have originally had.
What? Shut up. How is our influence across Europe?
Gone.
What do you mean, gone?
I mean it's gone.
It was gone. Most of Central and Northern Europe had been influenced by Martin Luther's regime at this point. So, the Pope needed a plan.
We need a plan.
Maybe we could make a public apology and undo our declaration of Martin as a heretic.
Nah, not really feeling it.
Kinda running out of ideas here.
Oh, brain blast. Let's just make a bunch of art and music.
And so began the church started making art. Like, a lot of art. You see, the church's goal was to make art as a form of propaganda, to reinforce existing Catholics and to draw in new ones. The Pope at the time was also responsible for the creation of the Second Council of Elders, who ended up getting rid of indulgences, as well as approving the creation of the Society of Jesus. In all seriousness, though, it is a very interesting time of history, especially if you study religion, and this video barely scratched the surface of what happens, so I would definitely check it out if you're interested. That's all for now. Thank you for watching.